Have you ever noticed how the people who look rich are not always the ones who actually are? The flashy car, the designer clothes, the expensive lifestyle. From the outside, it looks like wealth. But often, it's just noise, because behind the image, there is pressure. Payments, debt, maintenance. A life that has to be sustained at all costs. And then there's another kind of person. Quiet. Simple. Almost invisible. No need to impress. No need to prove. And yet they are financially stable. Disciplined. Free. So what's the difference? Because clearly it's not just about income. It's about something deeper. A mindset. A way of living. A way of thinking about money. Welcome to Real Deep Understanding. Take a breath. Slow down. This is not just about wealth. This is about wisdom. Because in a world that rewards appearance, real wealth often hides. It does not shout. It does not seek attention. It does not need validation. It grows quietly. This idea is explored deeply in The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko. And what they found is surprising. Most millionaires don't look like millionaires. They don't live flashy lives. They don't constantly upgrade. They don't spend to impress. Instead, they follow simple principles. They live below their means. They avoid unnecessary debt. They save consistently. They invest patiently. Nothing dramatic, nothing exciting, just steady, intentional living. And at first, this might sound boring, but look deeper, because this way of living echoes something ancient, something biblical. In Proverbs, wisdom is often described as restraint, discipline, self-control, the ability to say no even when you can say yes, because wisdom understands something that impulse does not. Every decision has a consequence. Every choice shapes your future. And when you constantly choose consumption, you slowly lose control. But when you choose discipline, you build strength. And this is where quiet wealth begins. Not in how much you earn, but in how much you keep, because income does not equal wealth. Lifestyle does not equal freedom. You can earn a lot and still be trapped, or earn modestly and live with peace, because real wealth is not about display. It is about stability. It is about margin. It is about control over your life. Think about it. If you need a certain image to feel successful, you are not free. You are dependent on perception. But when you no longer need to impress, you become powerful, because now your decisions are not driven by others. They are driven by purpose. And this is where modern culture gets it wrong. It tells you to upgrade constantly, to match others, to compete, to show progress. But that kind of progress is often an illusion, because it is built on spending, not building, and spending does not create wealth. It consumes it. Quiet wealth does the opposite. It builds slowly, silently, without attention. It is choosing a used car when you can afford new. It is living in a home that fits your life, not your ego. It is saving when others are spending. It is investing when others are upgrading. And over time, those small choices create something powerful. Freedom. Real freedom. The kind that allows you to say no. The kind that removes pressure. The kind that gives you options. And that matters more than any appearance. Because at the end of the day, you don't live inside your image. You live inside your reality. And reality cannot be faked. Now here's something deeper. Quiet wealth is not just financial. It is spiritual, because it reflects something about your heart. Contentment, patience, discipline, the ability to delay gratification. These are not just financial traits. They are life principles, and they are rare, because most people want results now. They want the reward without the process. But wisdom understands the process is the reward, because it shapes who you become. And who you become is more important than what you have. So instead of asking, "How can I look successful?" ask, "How can I live wisely?" Instead of chasing attention, build stability. Instead of comparing, focus on your path. Because the truth is, the people who look the richest are often the most financially fragile. And the people who look the simplest are often the most secure. So choose your path carefully, because one leads to pressure and the other leads to peace. Take a moment and reflect. Are you building an image or building a life? Because only one of those will last. If this message made you think, like the video, subscribe to Real Deep Understanding and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because this kind of truth is often overlooked, but once you understand it, you begin to move differently. And remember, real wealth does not need to be seen. It only needs to be real.